Hello, the Brew Crew, and welcome to a new stream here with my Arsenal stream series, and I will watch as well Europa League. So I have that on the second screen, where I'm not going to show it, but I'm going to watch along or whatever. So Atletico Madrid against Marseille, but yeah, we are going to as well play in this series, and as well we are in Europa League and has won it once before. Sadly, yeah, Arsenal was not able. It was not surprising since Atletico Madrid. It would be sensational if they have no really chance against or was I'm pretty sure, yeah, it was Atletico Madrid. So yeah, but here we are second in the league, and we're still undefeated. I'm even surprised myself why it's going so good. I'm just going to plus Europa. Yeah, I thought of just, oh, I don't know why it does it, so sorry about it, but I managed to just I have the microphone on and all, but I don't know why it does that, so you can't really, so I cannot have the audio on whether. So yeah. So yeah, we are still undefeated, and Manchester United aren't. So we have 4 draws and 6 victories, not. And I have the fan as well, because I feel like it will get hot here, so probably. And I have the window a little bit open, but not too much. So yeah, just to keep the. And as you can see, we have only 8 conceded and 23 scored. So we are second there, or second most. Or are we second there really? Yes, we are. Okay. And as you can see, Liverpool, they started pretty bad, so we might actually, hopefully, and I've actually seen Chelsea now. It's even started worse, so Conte might get sacked 11 after 10 matches. That's not really good enough, but oh well. Since last time we played some matches, where did we finish off last time? Was it, I think it was, can't remember, was it Hull? No, it was Cronley there in the League Cup. Yeah, I finished off there. It was pretty short stream. Hopefully today we'll be able, since yeah, the match is going to be for like 2 days or no, not 2 days, 2 hours. So hopefully I will be able to play a little bit longer myself as well while watching this, or maybe I'm going to not keep the concentration up because focusing on 2 things at a time. Yeah, as you can see here, sadly we're drawn with Brighton. I mean, Brighton doesn't, surprisingly, doesn't have the worst team. They have Vicencio Junior, the talented that Real Madrid bought for 45 million, and then they just let them go for free. That's kind of insane. But yeah, he's just brilliant. So, and sadly he's a left winger, but yeah, he might be really good. But I don't know. It's probably going to cost 60 million, so I feel like it's not worth it. But yeah, he's there. They have Timothy Fosu Masai, whatever it's called, the Manchester United project that they brought that they bought from Ajax there. The Monson, which I think is pretty. He might not be a player for a top team, but he's definitely a good English player for like a middle team here. And they have Tero Minks as well. So and they have Sebastian Haller as well as. Yeah, I remember when they played here and was a really young talent. since then he's been at some club, and as you see, it scored 16 goals both recent seasons there in Freiburg. In real life, he's probably still just at Utrecht, but well. So yeah, they're not that bad as you might think, and Ryan Fraser, but even with that said, we should probably have done a better match. And as you can see, the stats, we it was almost just lucky that we get to draw there against Sirneski. I'm just going to go with that. We won 5-0. Nils Jakobsen with a hat-trick here. Ainsley Maitland-Niles with 2 assists. Valverde scoring his first goal. And Balotelli in the end there as well. And Tarek Mutley as well with assist. We might actually see here. Well, I think Federico Valverde is not against so many starts in the beginning here, but here I decided in the Europa League and mostly just play with sort of reserve, or at least a mix between reserves and ordinary. So yeah, they got it out there. Maitland-Niles, Valverde, Wilshere, Jakobsen out there, Nathan Klein, Valverde. Does this no, he doesn't shoot. Why do we have to see the full freaking, like, from 2 hours before the goals is scored? I mean, we don't have to see the full freaking sequence here. There we go. Okay, yeah. Unfortunately, the assist might not be good, but a great shot there. So won that 5-0. Then we won 3-0 against Newcastle. And to be fair, Newcastle isn't a bad team. They have a pretty good defense here. And they have Will Hughes, which is signed for free because I believe it was Stoke. They just let him go, or he didn't want to sign for them. Surprised that we were so or I guess the possession was pretty close, but still the dominated in shots and all. Rudi Garcia, he's the manager of Marseille. It wouldn't be fun if Marseille wins, since they are just 4th, and Athletic Madrid is really a top team, or really the expected team to win there. We were the better team against Leeds as well. So 1-3-1 here. Chris Manning as usual scoring goals, and Mario Balotelli as well. A really intensive last 20 minutes here. As you can see, the attendance is really good, over 60,000 in attendance. So I want to expand our Emirates, but I don't. It's not no choice really on the board. It might just be since we have so many what to call it, we have so much in depth, but still surprising. So Maitland Knights actually scored the goals here against Olympiacos away. I thought of doing ending before this match and just play or start off with this Olympiacos match, but I decided I might play it. So yeah, so very nice. Balotelli as well, a really good backup, even if it just says that he is 2-star. He's still playing really good. Here, this match was probably one of our least good matches. To be fair, they don't have a bad team, and they have, or I'm saying that with every single team, but they have Radu, which we signed and then just let him go. He's a good Premier League keeper, definitely. And then they have Callum Wilson, and then they have this player, Tenfold, that looks pretty good, or at least a good player for. And of course, he had not scored a single goal. Own project for Norwich, and of course he scored his 2 goals against us. To be fair, his mental is pretty good. I might actually scout him. I feel like I've scouted him before, but yeah. He was on loan last season for Sheffield United, and I guess he did it good, but still surprising there. So we were 2-0 down. I thought we would get our first loss, but in the end, last 10 minutes we actually managed to create something, and if we would have started it early on, then we might have been lucky and just scored a one other goal, but sadly it wasn't enough, and at least Niels Jakobsen saved us from losing there. So yeah, that was pretty nice. So as you can see there, Chris Manning is top of the scoring stats as well. Alex Thomas, Borja Mayoral, and Balotelli scored there. Surprisingly, I thought also just streaming this game as well, but then I decided, nah, I'm going to play it since West Ham was pretty bad, and I thought it might be this sort of result, even if still here it was a pretty close game, but we were just more effective and scored the first goals there just in the beginning of the match there. So yeah, today Olympiacos, and then as you can see we have some tougher team here with Manchester United, Chelsea, and all those in a row in the league. I guess we have Derby as well and Malaga in Europa League, but still in a row in the league, that's a little bit scary, but oh well. So we line up like this. Butland, he's played most Europa League matches, probably going to keep playing even if it's going to leave in the January. Oh, I don't want that. Casano, Matip, Devrey, I'm not sure about that, but I heard it was something like that. As I talked about, playing in Alaska in real life. Lungo, Valverde, get more and more game time, and he's been brilliant so the recent matches. So Alex Thomas, Patrick Roberts, Sosa, also working very well there in offensive midfield. Yeah, Remco has not worked, or he's been decent there, but it's not been as good. And Sosa is still like our best offensive midfielder. So, and we have Manning and Mayoral up top. And so yeah, and we are going to go on control as well. So I feel like this Europa League stage, it's not really that what to call it? It's not really that challenging. It's probably the word for it. Because so far, I guess the match against Olympiacos might say was the toughest one. You may thought the Malaga would be the, or I guess. Oh, it might not be there. I forgot to go to the game. Oh well, we will see. Might make some changes then for the match here. So yeah, and no, it's gonna be next season, right? Yeah, I weirdly, this is not the right. Maybe it was just for security, for my own security, but that is not my birth month or whatever, or birthday. But it's going to probably be next season's youth intake, where I'm going to try to simulate to get on sun, because I like to get on sun, and I'm just going to keep with that. I know it's going to be weird because my manager she's going to be in 17 when she gave birth to that son, which is bizarre. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I should wait until she's like, what is it, 36? Lanto. I might give you some start games actually. Yeah, we'll probably get you in there then instead. Tony Lanto. Who else? Vlar probably for Wilson and Nathan Klein though can get the yellow card, but I mean it would not really matter really, because if he gets a yellow card here, there are still, what is it, I believe, yeah, after this there's still 2 Europa League group stage matches. It would be better if he actually gets, or it's not the best if he gets a yellow card, but it would be good if he gets the yellow card here rather than getting it like in the last Europa League match. So yeah, Alex Thomas, maybe I should, Kelvin or Feart. I think Feart because his match fitness is not the best. Coquelin as well, since his match fitness is not either the best there. And Sosa, I think we'll go with wheelchair. Yeah, I think we'll go with that still. And then we will put some of the player here still on the bench, even if I don't know who it will be. I mean, Baltel is still great, so. Well, I guess we could get Baltel in here, and then Chris Manning out for Cherrick, Mutley. Yeah, you might think that I'm doing a lot of changes, but I think it's still for the best or whatever. And yeah, I'd rather. What was it? Was Manchester United, yeah, and it's just 3 days between there, so it's probably for the best. Yeah, the only thing is if we should, but Pereira, how much has he started? I think I saw that he did not have the match fitness either. Where are you, Pereira? There you are. Why didn't I start him in the last match? That's what I'm wondering. Who did I start? Just defense? Oh, Valverde it was. Okay, yeah, but with this, I guess it could work with Valverde there, since it's home in the league. Oh, we have Pereira anyway on the bench there if we have to bring him in. So we have both sort of match fits or whatever. It would be fun for Marseille if they would win as well. I would like this as well, because if Atletico Madrid win, I believe Marseille will still not reach the Europe, or the, what's it called, that Champions League, and I'm pretty sure Atletico Madrid are going to get what's it called, are going to get still Champions League, because I saw, and I think they are even second, so I'd rather it go into Atletico Madrid though. But I think yeah, I'd rather it go for to Olympic Marseille, but I think Atletico Madrid sadly is going to win it, since they're just a better team and having. Well, I actually don't know. I've not seen too much of Marseille, where I don't really know what kind of player they have. So I guess we will just see. And hopefully here as well we can qualify for the first knockout round. Sadly, they are the board wants me to go to a final again. I mean, last time we were in Europa League, we won the whole thing. I mean, it's kind of insane to expect a final. I mean, you could be unlucky, for example, meeting Milan or something, like a equal side. And then it just goes down to sort of your form, because we have probably the same amount of good players or whatever, so it's not like it's going to be easy or anything. Might actually, I don't know. Oh, that might be the thing. Or I don't know if it really matters. Secretess, whatever it says. If it matters, or if it just when the video is official. I don't know. Oh well. So far, just 0-0. We're still leading the table here, and we have 2 matches, like I said. Yeah, we need to win this though, if we want to be through here. I mean, it doesn't really matter, since I still. Oh my god, that name, Odysseus. I love that name. All the Greek name. Oh, I never thought of it. Might be fun to actually play in Greece sometimes, and a little bit like Otto Reagel, play really defensively in the league and improve. I was thinking, I don't know if I'm going to say that, but I was thinking, or I'm going to say it anyway, TheEspressoCat, it did not turn, the TheEspressoCat, my creative club series, did not turn out the way I wanted, and I got sacked on it. I'm willing to say it now. There are like 3 episodes left or something like that. Oh, that's not great. Coquelin is out there. Okay. We wanted, we did not want it, but it was not awful if he get the yellow card, but instead it's going to be Coquelin suspended for the next game match. Oh well. So yeah, I just have to figure out which is going to be my next series. If it should be like this, just as a usual series, or if it should be what's call it, or if it's going to be or if it's going to be another series. I was thinking of doing what's it call it, developing the nation or whatever in some of the smaller what's it called, smaller leagues, like maybe Greece, or no, Tariq Mutli is actually a Dutch player, but he has Turkish as a second nationality there. So yeah, and he's from Ajax from the beginning there. It is his first season in the first team now. He's not been superb right now, but he has definitely great stats. So yeah, and is already at 19 years old played 4 caps. That's pretty good for a 19-year-old. I mean, Holland is also not a bad team. So yeah, Khan. Hello. I forgot to say that since I was so busy with the game here. So yeah, he's like my 4th, I call it my 4th striker right now. I have still Balotelli now, since I've thought it's, even if Tariq is good, since we got the red card, it's probably better with Balotelli. Since I believe, let's just see once again here, I'm sorry. Yeah, his strength is not that great, and Balotelli can sort of work as a target as well, so yeah. So far a little bit disappointed though. that we have not been. I mean, we're dominating the match, but we should be able to win this match. I mean, we're not created any super chances or anything so far. I have sort of a reserve team here, so I might check where Turkey is, but I was thinking like Ireland or Greece maybe. Yeah, I wanted a team that was. I think the Turkish league is not great, but it's not awful either. I wanted a really sort of bad nations that is like 40th or 30th league in Europe. So I don't know. I think that Super League might be sort of 12th. I think there are something like that. So, or like 15. And actually, in this game, I'm probably going to show you, but just right after this game, actually, Besiktas has a really good team on the game here. What is he called? I can't remember, but our Dutch central midfielder we had last year, he went to Besiktas. I was kind of surprised that no one else wanted him, because he is still a quality player and a really good central defender, even if it was sort of a little bit uneven or whatever. Was that Donovan? I was thinking Landon Donovan was Donovan. Okay, Dovedan. I don't know who that is. Okay. I mean, we got an early red card here, so I guess it was not super surprising, but I was still hoping for more, especially when we dominated the match here. That probably doesn't mean that we are through so far. So yeah, sadly, it's not Champions League this season. Oh, we did qualify. Okay, we did qualify, but we're... Okay, so we can't slip down to third, but we have not won the... We are not fourth, so I'm probably going to not still just play with the youth players or whatever. So let's see. I feel, yeah, as you can see here, we have... I might put up goal scorers as well. We have not lost any single match. I believe, yeah, we're not even lost a match in the preseason. 7-1 against La Coruña. I feel, yes, they are still a La Liga team, even if I don't have La Liga. And Valencia 5-2. It's just insane. It was a little bit funny that we just got a draw against Hartlepool, that is a League One team. That was one of the easier matches there. I don't know. I'm not so excited. Even if I am Swedish, I'm not so excited about Sweden. I don't know. I think it's just... It might just be because of the buzz that is for the Allsvenskan in real life. That I never... Or I did play with Elfsborg in my... What was it? A sort of journeyman save there. Load League journeyman save. Then I got to Elfsborg. What was I thinking of now? Oh, it was competition here. We might just check here. Turkey is... It's actually 9th, so it's not that bad. I mean, you could... you could still try to like win the Champions League. Is probably pretty tough, but I was thinking just developing the league. So Sweden, I feel like Sweden might not. I mean, this is not in the beginning of the leagues, but still. And I think Serbian is not great, and then is that the first Polish division? Because okay, Greece was not there. Belarus. Wow. I'm pretty sure that the Scottish league isn't that high when they start off. So yeah, I guess I will just think about it and see what it is. Van Persie, I don't know. Sure, he's a good player, but I don't know if I like his personality a little bit like Zlatan. He's a great player, but I don't know if I really like his personality. But oh well, let's go here and Besiktas. They have all these Turkish players, which I don't know too much about, but they have yeah, Matthias de Glick. That's kind of insane that they have him. It just says that he's good Premier League player, but it's still pretty good for a Turkish team to have him. So yeah, sadly I had to sell him because he wanted to play Champions League. It's kind of insane that he's just like, no, but I don't want to keep playing Arsenal, but I want to play in Besiktas. But as you can see, superb in Turkey. So I thought it would be bad for him. And then they have Inter that is signed for Rome. Look at this price, 1.7 million. That's nothing for him. Finnbogason, pretty decent. Icelandic player. They have Gary Medel as well. Oh wow, he was 36. Okay, he's not that young anymore. Ospina they have as well from me. Torre, I think, or Torre. Yes, pretty good player. Has played in, or has been youth player in Chelsea there. Oh, I was forgetting about town. Niang, Batshuayi. They have Philip Max from Augsburg is playing. So they have a lot of actually foreign players. So it's kind of insane, I guess. The only thing that might be their problem is that they really don't have that many young talented players, but still kind of surprising. Yeah, they have Fernando from City. Might see. I know of Fenerbahce. Yeah, they are Istanbul, sure, because I think there are. I actually started a series once with the Ankara team. I can't remember what they are called, but in the end, the problem was that I really did not know any of the players, and it was sort of difficult to get into. Joe Allen plays in Turkey. That's the interesting move for sure. Okay, they have Asono as well from, he's an Arsenal player, which never got a chance and he just was loaned out. Golan, do they have anyone? No. Would be interesting to see when they get some youth players in that Turkian, or is it no one in the national team? I mean, it might just be these players that actually are sort of half Turkish. So yeah. You can see Benfica''s not that great recently. Years. It's been this team. Which we might even meet since they are in the Europa League. They are an Istanbul team as well. Pretty. Do not have that many fans. I do not have that many players either. Milosevic, he has played a long time in Turkey. So yeah, and they're still doing pretty good there. I know the Turkish fans, or I've seen pictures of how they are in like the Istanbul derby, and it's just insane. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And sometimes it can happen some surprises here. For example, when Bursaspor won, but it is a little bit like some other leagues, like Greece and what is it called? Portugal. That are sort of the same team, are just giants. I guess Trabzonspor had a little bit of a golden or golden years here, whatever, when they won like 5 league titles. I did not even know that they had won so many titles there, to be fair. Elsewhere it's mostly as Galatasaray, Besiktas and Fenerbahce. But it would be cool maybe sometimes to take a team from the other parts. It's like not really a Istanbul team. Koyaspor, where are those from? I might just research, see if I can find an Koya. I research if I can find any. I believe there is a Swedish player that's Daniel Larsson that plays for Kasimpasa. It might be Kasimpasa where he plays. Actually, so that well, then I would have some sort of recognition or whatever. He's probably going to just have retired here. Okay, never mind. I might just then check here on internet, since I don't know what the team is called. Okay, there might actually be newcomer though, so I don't know if they're even here right now. They're called Alcazar Benuadinspor and play in Manisa. Manisa. Want to see? I think they have some other players that's actually interesting. I might just, because that would be interesting. They, oh wow, 2017 to 2008 they were in the third, or no, it is even in the fourth tier. So that's kind of insane. And then they went up 5th, then 2nd, then 14th, then 1st, then up to Super League. Then they have been 14th, 10th, 12th, 8th, 7th, and 14th. And they won the cup this year as well, so Pablo Enrique. They have some foreign players though. What? Serino? Don't know who that is, but who knows? It might then be a team. To actually play with it. How? 1970 they were founded. So I guess I will see just which kind of series this will be. I will just think about it. I've not really decided so far. So yeah. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. We need to rest some of the guys here. But also I've decided that I will do a series with my favorite English team when Football Manager 2019 comes out. Gunsley, they actually got relegated to the Vanarama North, so 5th tier, or is it 6th tier of English football, and then try to get them all the way up to Premier League and such. So I'm really looking forward to that, but I was thinking it's going to be a very long series, so I don't think it's no point of really starting it on Football Manager 2018, since it's not too long left of that, or it's, what is it? Okay, it's 6 months, but still I might still play that series for even longer than that. So yeah, because you mean the national team? Yeah, I don't bother really with national football. And to be fair, I'm hoping more for actually, or cheering more, whatever, for the Italian national team or whatever. Okay, the lineup: Oblak, Godin, Koke, Griezmann, Godin, Diego Costa and Griezmann. That's pretty good team. Did not even get to see Olympica's team. But yeah, I guess they've sort of brought a lot of new players, younger players in the Sweden nation national squad or whatever, but I will not even watch the World Cup, because first off, I think it's not as fun as it was before. Really, it's not the same feeling, and not when they have just made so many more teams. Or I don't know, I think it's not this World Cup, but also I don't want to support Russia or whatever, so I will just boycott that. And the same with Qatar as well. I feel like it's stupid that they both got it, because it just got it because they paid the most money. So yeah, I'm probably not going to watch the World Cup. So let's see, Chris Manning still scoring more goals than starts he's gotten. Borja Mayoral still not match fitness maybe. Yeah, Maitland Niles has been brilliant. He just have 2 stars so far, and it's just 9th central defenders. But he's a really good backup and can play almost everywhere in the midfield. So I think he's still. I wanted to give him a chance since he was loaned out to Leicester last season, and did it pretty good. So I thought, why not actually give him a chance and see how good he's going to do. this season and see if he's... Yeah, and I don't know if you watched last stream, but I actually signed Stefan de Vlaar from... he's played in Barcelona here for 31 million plus Milinkovic. Nikola Milinkovic there, just because, yeah. And also did sell what's it called now? Joe Gomez to Milan, just because they all of the central defenders was kind of bizarre. Milinkovic wanted to go to Championship club. The Glick wanted to go, or Champions League club. The Glick wanted to go to Champions League club. Joe Gomez wanted to go to Champions League club, and the same thing was as well that no one wanted to give. I mean, Joe Gomez, he was worth like 25 million. No one wants to pay him 30 million. So it was a little bit annoying, but yeah, I felt like the Vlaar and Milinkovic was about the same. Unfortunately, we had to pay 30 million, so it was not great. It's economically probably, but yeah, I feel like it still was a good thing to do, because I don't want to have players that don't want to play here, even if they are great. It's probably better they actually go out and to another team instead. I'm a little bit sad, or a little bit disappointed by Patrick Roberts. Okay, he still has most assists, but only 3 assists is unlikely him, because he did so many assists last season, so I'm kind of surprised that it's just done 3 assists here. Oh, I'm about to sneeze. Oh, god damn it. But I must say, Nils Jakobsen, I've mostly just played him as a striker and been superb so far. He can play as attacking midfielder as well. He's developing pretty good there still. He's not superb, but he's been on, played at Norwich. I felt like, yes, we will give him a chance. Some of these youth players might not be the best right now, but I think they're going to just get better and better, so why not give them the chance now and then? Yeah, defender probably there. Okay. And yeah, unfortunately, Wiltshire is dropping off a little bit there. 6th choice now, sadly. But I like it. He's not complained so far that not getting too much game time. What he complained about was Johnny Evans. That I sold him, which is insane, because he's not even the first choice, or he was not even the first team. So that was really bizarre. Liverpool, Chelsea as well. Some really big teams here. Now the match has started here for Marseille and Atletico. I mean, it's on French field. Do you say that? Or it's still neutral ground. It is at Lyon, but almost getting the feeling that they actually have a little bit more support there. Marseille is where the match is played. Liverpool won. Firmino. And Chelsea's crisis is getting worse. I'm almost thinking I want to take over Chelsea. I mean, I've been so many years here in Arsenal. It's probably not the best to go to Chelsea. I don't know. Wait, are they fierce rivals? Okay, they actually just other rivals, so that it's not that conflicting or whatever. I think Chelsea's main rival is West Ham and Liverpool. And Tottenham, maybe, yeah, I don't know. So we're just other rivals. But I want to win the league also, but it just makes you think, because I feel like his potential in Chelsea is underused or whatever. They're not a bad team, but I feel like they could bring in. I've seen some of the players, some of the youth players that they get up. They are way better than mine. They're actually like world class, but they still not getting them super much game time. So, yeah, I feel like we could be able to. Yes, of course, you need to sign some good players still, but I feel like still you could do both and not just sign super expensive players, because they sign them and then they let them go like super cheaply, like Belotti. They sold them after a while. He was like 29 or something. He was not that old really, so I don't really understand them sometimes, to be fair. Oh, might not be the best to start with Klein, but I guess we will see. It might not pay it off, but we will do the best we can here. I might just... No, of course, I forgot I don't have the speakers on, so that's why I can't put the audio on. Sosa is injured. Don't like that. I might get you in though. Even if Sosa did the assist there. Brilliant. And Chris Manning. Who else would score? I think Chris Manning is leading the goal scoring in Premier League. Or at least it's leading the eternal goal scoring here. So yeah, I was a little bit worried that we'd lose this. Maybe we will not, since we've been so good. But who knows? Pogba is injured there. Devlar. Roberts. Oh, the interceptor. Shiverkovic. Valverde wins the ball. They're great. Sivkovic. Matip. Great defending so far. The Gea are not doing the best performance there at all. I don't know what he was thinking. I believe he headed down because he could not take it with his hands there. But wow, we are really in the front seat now of the league. I mean, that's not great performances really. And Manning with assist there to Borja Mayoral. Sadly, we are not leading the lead now. 3 teams on 25. But it just shows that Manchester United have really not been as good as they were last season. So yeah, Borja Mayoral. So far, so why are you so detained? You know you are a striker, surely. Mayoral. Roberts, Valverde, Klein, Roberts, Manning scoring again, and now Patrick Roberts with assist. 3-0. Oh, I was not even seeing the clock. 3-0 after a quarter of a time. The debacle that is Manchester United. Now if they come back in this, I don't know what to do. 6-2 in shots as well. That's insane. It's just all been Arsenal. But no, we might be invincible this season. It would be insane. It would be insane. For once that if we go invincible, and for the second thing that Manchester United almost went invisible last season. So it's kind of insane that two teams are doing it after each other, season after each other, whatever. I mean, they have not created anything so far. That's just so bizarre. Really, to be fair. As you can see here, the average rating on our defense is not superb because I believe they're not really put on pressure. Valverde, Roberts, I mean, it looked like he died there, to be fair, I'm not gonna lie. But Manning with the penalty here then, to score 4-0, but he puts in the rebound there and whatever, and 4-0. But 3 goals for Manning there. De Gea saves the first shot. Not fun to be De Gea here either. Yeah, he made a mistake there, but it's been tough. Many shots for him so far. 9 shots on target. But I guess he could still do it a little bit better. I mean, they still have good players. I don't know what's happening with... I mean, this is at home, but I was expecting sort of a tougher game, to be fair. Manchester United. I was not expecting us to just dominate this match. Okay, now they intercept. They might get the goal back here, though. Because we know how deadly Andre Silva will be. No, doesn't score there even. They need to take out Pogba. He's so tired. Isco not done anything either. Draxler not either. They really have to make... They have made some substitutions, but I guess we'll see if it makes any difference in the end. I mean, I'm not going to make any changes. We lead with... what is it? 4-0. Yes, what is it? I can't even keep count. I mean, it's pretty crazy effectivity as well. 9 shots on target and 4 goals. I mean, it's even insane if we don't concede any goals against, especially since it's not like they have bad players. For example, yeah, there Isco. Pretty good offensive players. Rashford gets in here. I feel a little bit bad for Rashford. He's always a substitution. Just okay. Gelson Martinez, they are back with 30 minutes left to go. About that time. And we might do, but I don't know. It's not been anyone that's really done bad. I guess Matip is a little bit tired, so we might just bring him out just for this safety, just to not to get him injured there. Oh, I thought they scored that like they were Madrid, but no. Manning. Oh, you cannot win a penalty every time. Don't want us to just feel like they really got back in the game after that goal there. Matip clears it though. He's great on the head. That shows there. Matip. Ooh, Gelson Martin. He's surely been the best player here. Being a way creative out force and actually creating some chances as well for what is it called for Manchester United. It actually been Maitland Niles in. It's not superb in that position, but well. We'll still get him in because Valverde is a little bit tired. I don't want to get him injured here. Wilson has been as good with the head as Matip actually. Wilson, oh, it's a penalty, sadly, Wilson. Oh, it's 19 minutes left, so I'm a little bit worried of the comeback is going on here. But I feel like even if it is a 4-4 here, it's still a pretty good game though. Even if we should keep this going, I feel like it's not that bad, because I was expecting, like, if we could get a draw it would be great, because Manchester United have been so dominating recent seasons, so I was sort of expecting us to almost lose this match, or maybe like lose with 1 goal or something like that. But so far so good. All of their players are real knackered. I guess they played Champions League in the league as well, and we played Europa League with a lot of players that were not or are not on the pitch right now. So we win 4-2. I'm pretty happy with that. And Chris Manning scoring a hat-trick once again. I'm not going to complain this because we conceded 2 goals in the second half. I mean, it's kind of would have been insane if we would have, after like we leading 4-0, we would have just kept it going in second half. I mean, that's just stuff that can happen for sure. Cannot expect the players to be as good all the time on the pitch or whatever, I feel like. So Chelsea's 12 days to go, actually. So let's see here. Let's see in the league how it is there in the top player stats. Chris Manning 14 goals scored so far. Harry Kane is not even second. That's a little bit awful by him. Sosa is top here, and then Patrick Roberts, but none of them are really top. Chris Manning, most man of matches, he's top second there, and Bernardo Silva has best average rating. Scored 5 goals, 3 assists, and 4 man of the matches. So I guess I might just watch a little bit on the match and just click forward here. I don't know. Wow, it would be lovely now. Since they have been so bad, I might have a chance to actually okay. Yeah, we will sell Calvin because I sort of can understand him, but it's just that my other central defender is a little bit in the middle between of everything. He's sort of, I guess I could show you here. Calvin is sort of his first choice, third choice in the central midfield, and he's he's second choice, okay. But I anyway play third since, yeah. I guess I've played Calvin so much, but unfortunately his crossing is not the greatest. I feel like he's actually worked better in central midfield. But I might still sell him just because his value has gone up so much. I might still try to sell him and get some money in there. I mean, and if a player is unhappy, it's probably for the best to just sell him. So Lanto, Calvin, and Klein are the sort of concerned ones. And 16 players are happy so far, so not too bad. And Vlar there, as you can see, team leader already. Is getting in for the season, but I guess it was great that we got him and his team leader. Since, or I guess he's pretty old as well, so I don't know. Team leader, I don't know why it tends to be like that. The old team leaders are like super old. Oh, okay. Athletic Madrid scored now. Was it Griezmann or? I feel like it might be Griezmann. After 20 minutes. This is going to be tough for Marseille for sure to come back from this. I mean, Chelsea. 13th. How many losses do they have in the league? I might actually check that out. It's just bizarre. 6 losses. That's insane. You're not even going to be top 4 with that sort of record. If you not just draw some matches there as well. Jay Wilson got his first cap for England. Very nice to see. Only 20 years old. Great passing still, and its fitness is the main thing. Just 6 matches so far. Very lovely. Who did they play against? Oh, yeah, it was just a friendly against Belarus. I guess it's better than nothing still. And Tom Davis and Joe Gomez as well there in the team, but I mean they are not really playing for us anymore. Alex Thomas scored the goal though. Because, oh, Wilson did just get in here, was not starting, so yeah. And it was Griezmann that scored the goal also. So Carabao Cup. Oh, I believe that match might have been postponed just because we have so many players on national football or whatever. Okay, Derby, Brighton or Fulham. Brighton might be tough. Fulham are top of the league, so that might also be tough. Derby though, hopefully we can win against Derby because they are pretty bad though. They are, yeah, as you can see in their form has not gone that great. They might actually get relegated from Championship this season. I would not even be surprised if that happened, to be fair. Is he not? He might not be, since he won that many titles, Conte. I just want to see though. Anything remarkable? I mean, it's pretty early in the season, so I'm not expecting too much. Gareth Southgate, former England manager, for Leicester, and they are just 12th. What? I believe they had. No, I believe they did not start off with Italian owned. They had foreign owners, but they did not have Italian owners. It would be cool still, but I don't think I would take that. Chelsea is stable, but if it continues like that, surely it must be unsecure. I guess it's near unsecure, since I don't know, it might just be that it's no difference or whatever. Portugal, Florentina, Turkey, natural team. Turkey, no, I don't know. I would take that. There's some national teams there, so it's no big team really so far. A sacked the manager. Now Chelsea, 6 losses in the league. If they continue like that, they will not even. This kind of reminds me actually of their season when I guess they've lost against top team, but still Stoke they won against. I mean, here I saw this match, or I just saw the results here, was like 4-3. Well, that's not super convincing. And the Leeds 3-1 there. Norwich, I guess we draw against them, but still. They were down 2-0 already there. And to be fair, Tottenham doesn't have a bad team because they actually have Romelu Lukaku now, but I still feel like, yeah, I'm not sure if they really going to, they might be around 6 here, but kind of surprised that Chelsea would lose a game like that. So I guess we'll see. We will at least play through November here. Yeah, it is a lot of matches though in the league, so no, I don't want to do that. I made it too big. I hope it's really going to be a, what to call it, a match with 2 teams, because last the Europa League right now, because last season it was just Manchester United just sort of crushed. I mean, what are you now complaining about? I think I'm going to leave the club and find a new challenge. But you said this before. I mean, we can win the title for sure. Can't I say that? Because now we're actually... why can't I say that we can win the league actually? That's annoying. Discouragement. I understand you don't think it's achievable, but I have to ask you to wait to calibrate and bringing in promise you that your goal seems more achievable once my transfer target is secure. No, that's not a good choice. We have some good prospects, and I think you're pleasantly surprised. Wait to see some worlds. I get up speed and first team. I appreciate your ambition. Are a bit beyond. Why can't I just or it might be just here. No, I'm afraid you're just too important to let go. I have no intention of selling you. I need some time to find a replacement for once that's taken care of. Let you go. Why can't I say that we actually can achieve the title? Because I did not thought that in the beginning of the season, but now I think that we actually can do that. Once it's unrealistic at the moment, I have to urge to trust me. I hate all these options. None of the options are really good. I will sell you as soon as possible. Even if it's kind of surprising where we are second and have the same points as Manchester United and just won against Manchester United. It's kind of weird time in Coqueland when we actually have sort of a chance of a title, at least seeing the season start. I don't know what world you will live in. It's not like we started that terrible. It might also depend on him not getting too much game time, but did not say that really. So I don't understand that really, and that's annoying. That's annoying for sure that you can't even use or choose the freaking answer that I would like to, because you should be able, especially after this good start of the season, you should be able to just, well, I think now we can win the title. I did not thought that in the beginning of the season, but I think now we can win the title or whatever. Just change your goals or whatever expectation. I know it, you can do it, but elsewhere or sometimes get up. Do you want to change your goals or whatever? But you should be able to just say that to the players, because it was not even the choice for me to say that. It was just, no, I'm sorry, you have to wait. like the game wasn't expected us to win the title. I mean, we could still win the title. I don't think it's super unrealistic. I thought it would be tougher with, but since Liverpool's not being that great, they're sort of catching up, but still. And I mean, City, we have basically won some of the meeting against them. It was Manchester United was a little bit worried about, but now we're as good as them, if even better, since we have still not lost any match in the league. So I think I don't understand why it was not able to just, why I could not choose just to just reconsider. I think we actually will win the title or whatever, or at least fight for the title, because I think that's not unrealistic. But I mean, it was some season, if it was 2 years ago or 2 seasons ago, not years, where we actually started really good as well and had like super many victories in a row. If we had 7 victories in a row, and still we managed to come 7, so I guess we shouldn't say too much. It's pretty early in the season anyway. This is why I hate. This is why I should say why I hate national football or the nation. You see, Longo is super tired now. I want to play him because he's way better, or he's not way better, but he's better than Tom Lante. But of course, no. National football. Killing player. I mean, the same with Casano. So we basically have to play with Klein just because they are way good fitness. The same Blar. Super tired. I don't like this. Stupid. I think we were going to start with Manning though anyway. Valverde, I might start him. I'm not, or we can. It's probably for the better actually to play with the Dinello Pereira there, since he is more defensive. And as well Coquelin. Which is it? Yes, it is Champions League. So anyway, Coquelin is suspended, so if we bring him in, it's not too bad. Strikers. Bojamira, it's a little bit tight, but I guess we can still start him there. And then have Tariq Mutli on the bench. Sadly, it's not scored that many goals so far. I mean, Remco's tired as well. All this, I don't. But it's probably Europa qualifying, whatever. It must be that, since it's 2024. Last year, 2022, it was World Cups. Oh, it would be the best actually manage, or no, when he's not even what you call it, unsure. Sadly, we might not sack him then. I thought for sure that it would be very. That's sad. That's sort of sad actually, and that Ramsey only played 5 matches with West Ham. I mean, come on, West Ham. We loaned them out for you. I mean, he's not a bad player still. So I don't understand why he doesn't really get that many matches. But I mean, he's just getting worse and worse. So I guess it's not surprising at all, but still a little bit. a bit depressing, whatever. Feared or Alex Thomas is injured. Yeah, so we probably not start him there. Ainsley. Time to freaking sack. Time to put the pressure on the Antonio Conte and sack him. I mean, what I hate is really in Football Manager when things go better than they do in real life, and they have surely done that for Chelsea. I mean, sure, yes, their first season with Conte was not bad, but here they won the league first season, second season they won the league again, third season they won the league again, fourth season second, and then last season second. And I'm not even sure that he's going to get sacked even if we win this match, since he was not even unsecure on this job there. This is still ways. I might play a little bit more standard, more passing and all. Go with that. We're probably going to lose just because of that, since they're going so bad. Feel like that sometimes happen when the team actually are awful and then they meet the other, or a team has just been really not great in the league, in real life as well. Team has not been great, and then they meet another top team, and then the other top team sort of underestimate them or whatever. But I guess we will see. Oh, do we just have that corner of the I mean, Chelsea Stadium, if you manage as well to do it good in Chelsea, I feel like it's potential as well to boost their sort of stadium also. So still there's 1-0 in the Europa League match for Atletico Madrid. Would be great as well, because then I would probably be able to sign Milinkovic-Savic. I don't know really where to fit them though, since we already have a really good central defender, so it might be wrong buying, but I just like him very much there. Probably going to win off 5-0 or something ridiculous like that. Morata, Milinkovic-Savic. Milinkovic-Savic tries to shoot there, but it is not good enough. Jakobsen, yeah, I'm actually decided to go for Jakobsen. It's one of his first start. Mayoral hits the crossbar. We are having the best chance so far, even if Chelsea sort of started better. Struggling with possession. I guess we could play more mixed, but I don't know. I feel like most of the time I want to play more direct away. This draw does give us the lead in the league, but I don't know if it's good enough. And Milinkovic-Savic score. What did I say? We are probably going to lose this match with the 3-0. I mean, hoping that we could. It would be great if we at least go undefeated through the through the yeah, this part of the season, just at least this autumn here, or what is it, 2023. I don't know if that's going to have Feared, Jakobsen, Mayoral, Feared. He's just a backup, and they say just that he's 2.5 star, and still is Gordon against Chelsea. Okay, game. He's just my third left winger. I understand. I like when the game is like underpraised player or whatever. I guess he's still not as good as Alex Thomas, but still. feel like it's still at least deserved 3 stars or whatever, so I just think it's weird. Try to get a little bit structured again here, so we're not oh, it was so close then. Besiktas, Başakşehir and Fenerbahce and Galatasaray. Yeah, that was a really close table. I don't know. Unlucky. I don't know if that's the greatest thing to say, but we get Metal Knights in as well. Actually, I think Roberts has been a little bit invincible here. Might be that he's tired or something. I don't know, but he's not been that great so far. One of the least good player. Klein as well. Don't know really though. If we make a change there really so far. We probably not make a change so far. We will keep going for this, and at least I'm hoping that we at least can get a draw here. I mean, after all, even if Chelsea are 11 right now, it's still a tough match every freaking season. So Pereira has a yellow card. Might get him out for Coquelin, since Coquelin is still suspended for the Champions League match. I'm probably going to do that to begin with. Yeah, and then Lanto maybe. I'm thinking Jakobsen. I mean, our offensive player's not been that great. I mean, Jakobsen, he's been, I guess he's been decent, but he's not done anything spectacular. I might actually wait a little bit to make the last substitution here. I mean, that central defense, and they have Kovacic as well. That central defense or central midfield is just insane. Hazard. I don't even like Hazard in real life. He's a decent player and all, or a really good player, but he's so inconsistent for a top team. He can be like world class and then he can be just awful, and of course he do the assist here, and we are down now, or down, we are down with 1 goal. Okay, I wouldn't get the graph in because Jakobsen, sadly, I was hoping that he would do it good here, but no, sadly he's not done it. Can we come back once again here in this match? For a Chelsea that's struggling so far. The 11th before the match or something like that. Oh, now they're going to probably score again. No. Okay. So far, a really close game. I feel like a draw would have been deserving for both the team, even if we have less of the possession. We have still created chances, and also a little bit for surprising to the Chris Manning not scoring any goals, but I guess he can't score goals every match. Oh, please, can we I at least want us to score 1 goal. We're not creating enough, sadly, and our undefeated run is probably over if no one is doing anything here extra at a time. But it's Chelsea that's actually creating chances. So sadly it's probably going to be over, our undefeated run here, if we're not creating anything on the last minute. I mean, I thought we would lose against, which was it, Norwich, but then we come back from 2-0 down. That is it, and we lose this match. That was kind of disappointing, actually. I know it was a close game, but still, I mean, sadly, we played good defensively, I feel like, but offensively we were a little bit, yeah, I definitely deserve more, for sure. It's just that I was a little bit disappointed with him there, that he just, oh, I want higher wages after that unimpressive performance, actually. Or I guess he was not bad, but he was just uninvincible or whatever. Still 7.4, so it's not terrible for being his first season in the first team. So Malaga coming up in the Europa League. Sorry, I just have to rest some players here as well. Wow, why are there 5 days between? Was that because we played on a Friday, or why is it so long between? Oh, it was a Friday. Okay, that's a lot of time to rest. I guess I should not complain, but just surprising. That's just all. And of course Manchester United win, so we are 3 points behind, and I guess we'll see if Manchester City win as well. Okay, they are playing against Hull. Hull, that I thought would be a top team. They might get relegated. I mean, that would be insane, since they have so high wages. They have like 6 highest wages in the league, so it's insane if they would get relegated. And I think if we win the match against Malaga, we have secured the first spot in the Europa League group. So I'm just hoping that we can do this. And then we have oh wow, then we have Tottenham. We have to play at least Tottenham before ending off, because that's the North London derby, and that's super exciting every season. I don't care that Tottenham was I think we lost both, which was awful. We managed to still improve our 1-2 there, and we lost 1-0. We managed to just get way better in the league, but sadly we lost both derbies. I don't know. Sort of difficult. Should you count the table as the main thing? Who is the best team in town, or should you just count like who wins the most derbies? I don't know, really. It's going to be really exciting as well when this youth players also come in for in the beginning of January transfer window. Okay, I mean we could try to sell him, but I feel like 50 million. He's worth 50 million though. The thing is, does anyone have the amount to pay his wages? I mean, he's not a bad player, but just I can't have this sort of wages for a player that it's not even a star player. It's not done bad, but so we're playing with Klein again. Hopefully we'll get that yellow card. So we suspended the last match, but not suspended in the knockout rounds. Okay, and Tular, no, I think Jay Wilson there, and then we will get Mario Balotelli and Tariq, and then wheelchair. Kelvin probably is not played too, or should we? Feared was good though. I will still put him on bench because he's probably going to be a first team starter now when Alex Thomas is out. 2 weeks, it could have been worse, but still not great. Or actually, I think Remco, because Remco has not played too much. I don't know where to fit him because he's not that great in the fancy midfield role as he is in the central midfield. But still, I don't want to ban this tactic because I feel like this tactic is just way better, so I don't know what to do. That's just that. We'll try Alfonso Sosa in defensive midfield role, and then we have a right midfielder, which is going to be Ainsley. Still have 5 points there from 6 starts, so not too bad. He's a good backup choice there. Oh, I think I'm actually Lanto, since he's a little bit disappointing not getting too much game time there. And then we need Matip. Matip, I did not thought that he would be this great actually. He's been superb, or superb I guess, is 7.16, but it's been really good in there and such. I might actually check here what they say about my transfer so far, because that's oh, why can I only see the sold players? That's weird. Okay, I mean, some of these signings are very old or whatever. That's weird. Why can't I see the freaking sold players so far? That's stupid. Oh well, at least I'm sitting very secure here so far. So yeah, first half is gone, and so after Europa League, Kelvin, I mean 42. If they, that was not too bad. So go for 45. I mean, he might develop to a world-class star, but or actually is says that he has 4th star and not going to get any better. So I mean, it's not bad per se. He's great mentals, but I feel like his technical, for being a Brazilian, his technical is sort of meh. Yes, he's better mental than physical. Oh, not this. Not this. Leverkusen, don't put a freaking lower bid. That's just annoying. Okay, 40 million. Please. Pretty please. 40 million at least, then I'm happy. Stop, Leverkusen. We're not going to sell him for 32. Sell him for asking price or nothing. Of course it doesn't work. It never works. Freaking sell a player for what you want, what you think is value for. I've never seen it happening that I just, oh, actually, or Mosakin, I feel like it still was too low, even if it went for Real Madrid. And no freaking clauses either. But well, he wants to go out, so I guess it's decent money still. I mean, we signed him not too long ago, like 1 season ago, for 16, so it's still almost double the value. Even if I feel like it's too little still, but I mean, that's Football Manager do. You can never sell the players for as much as you want, but they can always sell the players for how much they want. It's just annoying. Still like ridiculously tough to actually sell players. If it isn't like player that you actually don't want to sell, like sort of Remco. Barcelona was interested in him, so if they would have put in a bid, they would have probably put like 50 million, and I might have decided for him, might actually have got them sold for like a top team like that. But sometimes even like Real Madrid, like we said, Mosakin, 39 million. At least 50 I would have took it anyway, because I was like, well, anyone want to play my youth players here and all, but if I wouldn't consider just this like a youth, say, and developing youth talent, I wouldn't sell them, because 49 million, after paying 49 million for them to join us from Juventus, that's just so annoying. I mean, still Real Madrid, they're still a big team. They should, if they want a player, they should at least that should be the new rule. If Real Madrid goes in for a player, they should at least need to buy him for like 50 million, or yeah, at least 45 million, or at least double his value from the other club. That's just the rules for Real Madrid, since they are such a rich club, such a big club worldwide. So okay, 1-0, penalty there, and scored, and the Calvin scores. I guess he might attract some other clubs now, hopefully, but it's probably not going to happen. No, okay, pushed another player. I guess it's not a goal for Calvin then. Wilson. Not a great clearance there. Wilson, Klein, Sosa. I think we actually are playing too defensively to be at home. So Tariq Mutli still not scoring goals. I mean, he has like not 18 at finishing. I guess his composure is not that great, but still I'm kind of surprised that he's not scoring any goals. Well, I will still give him time since he's young. Sadly, I think he's not going to be club developed player, so if we would get one of those players in another, just like Chris Manning, I might sell him then. I don't know right now. So 13 points. So we are 5 points down to Olympiacos. Has Nathan Klein? No, of course Nathan Klein hasn't that. I would not. That is going to be an annoying thing, because I feel like he's going to take the yellow card in the last match. And then he's going to be suspended. Why? Can I say to him to tackle harder or something like that? Tackle harder, mark harder. Because I actually want him to get the yellow card, so he's going to be suspended for the last group stage, and then it's just or his yellow card is just going to be cleared then. Okay, so far we're leading not It's not been a superb game, that's for sure, but we're leading. As you can see, I don't know. Might just play a 4-4-2, just to make the graph play a little bit better there in the midfield. I don't know, really, to be fair. I mean, if there's someone, it's maybe Wilson to bring out there. I want to see as well how many matches we've played so far, but I might stop soon or just play like 2 hours and stop. I guess we will just see. Seraphine, Sosa, De Graaf, Tarek Mutley. Oh, offside. You really feel like if Tarek got the goal, it might loosen up for him or whatever. Because he has had it really tough recently. Now the second half has started. In the Europa League match or Europa League final there. Sosa, Calvin, Tarek Mutley. They do the assist though here. Balotelli, Niles, Calvin, Balotelli. Oof. Close again. Calvin's been superb this. Like trying to play, so I don't know what it is with the graph, because even playing here in midfield has not been that great. In the central midfield has not really made too much difference, sadly. Klein, get your yellow card, please. I just know that's going to happen in the second match. No matter what. Kelvin is a little bit tired, so let's bring him out there. We've been super. Of course. Or this will happen. We will get the injury. That's the worst thing I know. Just right after you made your last substitution, it's just the minute after you get the injury. It's almost a little bit unrealistic for that to happen. It would never happen in real life. I mean, sure, you might get the injury after you've done the substitution, but not just right away after you've done the substitution. That makes no sense whatsoever. So now we have to play with one man less here for the last minutes. Ooh, Balotelli on his own shot there. And Jim Ferret with assist again, getting in here. Oh, come on, Tarek. I would love if you score a goal here. Still is a little bit of competition there between Olympiacos and Malaga. Malaga can still go through. Niles, Firt, Tarek. Ooh, Tarek Mutley. Finally he scores. That's brilliant. That's lovely to see him actually scoring there. I was really happy. I think I've never been so happy for a player actually scoring. Might actually after this match also see how much we have in tendency here in the Europa League, because it might be a little bit lower than league, but checking at least on the stadium, it doesn't look that much less. It almost looked like it's still full packed here. Wilshire, Yeah, unfortunately, Balotelli, his work rate is not great, and it's basically Balotelli's fault that they get the goal back here. I mean that just I feel like I'm pretty sure that he has like four in work rate. We might just check here. Even or fifth, I guess, and teamwork 4. So I guess that's the main bad thing about Balotelli. He doesn't work there. It's just like, no, I will not intercept that or anything. That is for defenders to do. And I'm not a defender, I'm a striker. Yes, we can. I still feel like it's a little bit insane that I still feel like Calvin deserved it, even if he scored 2 goals. I mean, if he would have closed down, or at least done something there, we wouldn't have conceded that second goal, so I don't understand why he was the best player still. It's like the game just, the only important thing is to score goals. Now it's 2-0. I hope it's not going to be as like this in the Champions League final. Also, that's just going to be one team dominating the other team. I'm a little bit worried it will be still like that. But I mean, at least Liverpool, they are going to at least try to play offensive football. So they're going to probably try to go for it with Klopp. But I guess we'll see. It's just, I mean, I'm not surprised if Athletic Madrid wins this, but I hope it would be a little bit more closer match. I think we're going to play this, and then I might, for the next episode, play through at least these 3 matches, because, okay, Wolves, they are 9th, that's surprising, but still it's like a Derby, Wolf, and then it's a very, what's it called, not important game in Europa League there, just the last game. Losing profit as well, that's not great so far, so make some changes for the, I mean, please, it would be lovely if, I mean, it's not like I'm cheering for.
Myggorna är framme nu, så jag vet inte hur mycket du har.
Nej, det är inte så mycket. So yeah, what was I going to say? I just forgot. So yeah, I'm probably going to play through that, and then we have Liverpool, Stoke. I don't know. Maybe I should play through it all. It's not super interesting matches, but still, I don't like you to just miss out on that many matches. So I don't know. I guess I will see. Yes, at least I'm going to play through those 3 matches because they're not that interesting. Or yeah, we might still lose them, but they are not like superb or anything. Everton there, and then please don't lose to Tottenham at least, because if we lose to Tottenham here, they are they? Yeah, they are just 3 points behind, so then they are at the same points tally. They definitely have a stronger team than last season, but I don't want us to just. I want us to. I mean, it's probably still going to be tough about the Champions League spots, but I would like us to just keep the form going and not lose here. thing here is I don't know who we will play as. Or no, I know. No, it's played in the Europa League, right? Feared at least on the left wing there. Wilshire maybe. Oh, I guess it's 2 days between here, so they might. Some of the players might get a little bit more fitter. It's getting also too hot in here to stream for longer. That's for sure. Also, Munier, Lukaku, they have Dalbert, Kingsley Coman then here as well, and Delali. Pascal Vadevalle. It's pretty good as well. Pretty good all around. Marco Antonio. He's decent. He's not superb, but he's decent for sure. Michael Keane is pretty good. Anderson, yeah, they have a new goalkeeper. He's definitely better than. Where is he now? Then Lloris. Lloris still back up. Oh, they were going to sell him. No. Surprisingly that they have not sold him before. They were not seeing what everyone else was seeing. That is actually not such a great goalkeeper. So yeah, this is still probably going to be a pretty tough game. I'm not expecting an easy game here. It's for sure. Daniel Pereira on the bench there. Patrick Roberts. Everyone else is rested, so I don't know really. Did Chelsea win? Yeah, Chelsea won 5-0 and Liverpool is winning. Oh, I don't like this. Because, oh, it's getting just way too close. I don't know, why is Jakobsen here? He's not even a winger, so I don't know. I don't understand why he was playing there. Work the ball into the box and then close down more. I'm getting nervous. Getting stomach pain even. I mean, it's just a derby, you could say, but still London derby. We are 4th after all. I think they. What is he said? Oh, I'm just secure. Yeah, that makes sense after losing the first match there. Or I don't know. It's weird because we still lost 1 match, but now we're just 4th after losing that match. So it's still so close in the league. So even a loss make a lot of difference, sadly. And as you can see, Balotelli still great substituter there. Who else? Nils Jakobsen. We need some defenders as well. Lee Wilson and then Tony Lanto there. Oh, I forgot to see the preview before it, but well. Yeah, Matip and Vlar, Casano, Lungo. I mean, they still just have 3 regions. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 regions. Yeah, revenge. It's all about revenge today. It's still away and I don't know. feel like my team, or at least Arsenal here, when I played with them, it's sort of difficult to win against top team way. It's always a little bit difficult to win those matches, because sometimes it doesn't work to just control the ball, and sometimes it doesn't work either to counter, so I don't know. Don't want to be too open away, but also you don't want to give them the ball too much to dominate or whatever. And sometimes it really works with more of counter-attack. Depends on the players. So far it doesn't look that great, so we might actually go a little bit more fluid or whatever, or a little bit more mixed there, yeah. And as you can see, they've scored, of course, Lukaku there. Drop down to 4th. We were already 4th. Oh, that's not great either. Manchester City and Manchester United are just going away there with the league. 31 points. I feel like 25 points. We know season is still pretty good. Oh, great. Oh, they were well lucky to not concede anything. No, I don't know why I regret putting Wilshere as a defensive midfielder. Oh, and I have Jakobsen. I don't have Alfonso Sosa. I mean, Jakobsen did not a great match either there. The last match against Chelsea. So, ooh, double save there. If the other save was kind of unnecessary to put out for a corner. Oh, I don't like us for no reason at all, just getting into bad run of form. I mean, the match we did against Chelsea wasn't that bad that we deserved to just go in a bad run. And you believe in Malaga, we have played some matches where we have not been great, but still I feel like still stupid. It's no shots on target so far. That's really annoying. Control then. Mayoral, Roberts. Oh, we're feeling. Oh, Manning. That heading was still not. It was still not too dangerous, but we have to create more, even if it's away against Tottenham. The possession has been pretty close, but still I'm hoping for more. So far, not good enough here. Will we lose 3 derbies in a row at Tottenham? That's awful. I almost feel like you no, not deserve to get sacked, but almost, because that sort of run is not great. I mean, yeah, you could say just losing 1 goal is not too bad, but still. Can well no, we can't. Okay, we could get Roberts though in there instead, and play Maitland Niles, because I feel like he's played better than Jakobsen. Actually done some assists as well, so I mean, we're look pretty uninteresting of creating chances today. Whatever to say. Creative force not been great. The defense has not been great either. I mean, Tottenham is not, to be fair, Tottenham has not done a great match either, so it's been a pretty woeful match just in general. Wilson, Lar, been great. Lanto. I don't feel like I can put in anyone that will make the difference or whatsoever. We don't have a striker either. I guess Jakobsen. It's a complete 4. He scored some goals off the bench there and saved us before, like he did against Norwich, so of course injuries as well. I'm expecting still more from London Derby, from us and from Tottenham. The quality on this game has not been that great. Hopefully the spring derby will be a little bit better. It's just worse as well. There's been so close in chances. Still we have not taken the chances. Two good goalkeepers, I must say, though. That's for sure. 4 minutes. We have time to score, but feel like they control the ball pretty good. Tottenham, will we get the chance? Come on now, Jill. Put up the ball fast now. The time is just going to tick away like usual. It's just annoying to lose this. It's like, I don't like this matches when you lose just with 1 goal and you could have at least gotten a draw. I'd rather just lose and be terrible and just, yes, they were better, we deserve to lose, than just a match where we actually, or I guess we were a little bit less good, seen on possession there, and they had some more chances, but still. Would have been more clinical in this match, would have at least gotten a draw. Nope, we were just terrible here, just all around. So I guess we will try to come back in form once we see each other again. It's probably going to be the Liverpool game in the next stream, starting off that. But anyway, thank you all for watching. A good tea and a good coffee day. And I hope you enjoyed this stream, and thank you all for checking in and watching the stream. So yeah, have a good time, and